everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be diving into augmented reality.
AR.
AR, exactly. And I mean, this is something that we all kind of know, right? It's like those filters we use on social media.
Yeah, exactly.
Or even just like apps that, let you try on clothes virtually.
You're saying if that new couch is going to fit in your living room, that kind of thing.
Right. But what's crazy is we're just scratching the surface. The AR is about to explode.
It's true. It's going to be huge EE. And that's what we're going to look at today, like how huge EE.
Yeah, and we're doing it, we're going to kind of take a peek behind the curtain today using this investment memo for a company called Trace.
Okay.
Now stay with me. I know investment memo doesn't sound like the most riveting stuff.
Not exactly beach reading.
Right, but this is actually, it's a glimpse into how venture capitalists think.
Yeah. These are the people who are betting on the future, right? And they're putting big money behind AR.
Exactly. So if they're excited, we should probably pay attention.
100%.
Okay.
And they are excited. I mean, this memo, it projects the AR market to hit, wait for it, $365 billion by 2030.
Okay, I need a second to wrap my head around that number. 365 billion. With a B. That's not how many cups of coffee Starbucks sells.
It's mind-blowing. And it's not just some random number. It translates to 72% of businesses using AR by 2030. That's almost three-quarters.
So this isn't a niche thing anymore. It's everywhere.
Exactly. Think about it. Walking down the street, info out of restaurants just pops up in front of you.
Like menus and reviews and stuff.
Yeah. Or you need to fix something. Boom. Instructions right there, overlaid on the thing itself. No more digging through manuals.
Okay. That is admittedly very cool. But here's the thing I keep bumping into, right? Building this stuff. Right now, it's
a beast.
It's a beast. It needs crazy skills, expensive tools.
Yeah, it's like trying to bake a cake with a blowtorch.
Yeah.
Technically possible, but
you're going to have a bad time.
Exactly.
And that's kind of the problem that Trace is trying to solve. They're trying to make AR creation accessible.
Yeah, democratize it, they call it.
Democratize, right. And this is where the memo gets really interesting. They actually compare Trace to Canva.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
You know Canva, that design platform, anyone can make a decent-looking graphic now.
Yeah, even if you're design challenged like me.
Yeah, and that's kind of what Trace wants to be, but for AR, so instead of graphic design, it's...
Anyone can build their own AR experiences. That's their vision.
And when you look at the team behind it, it's okay, maybe they can pull this off. These aren't just some kids in a garage. These are the pros.
Oh, yeah, heavy hitters. We're talking people from Samsung, Magic Leap.
Magic Leap, the AR, pioneers.
Exactly. And even, get this, Disney. Talk about immersive experiences, right?
And here's the really wild part, okay? Out of, get this, 800 startups.
800.
800. Trace was the one picked by Apple to be a partner for their Vision Pro headset.
The Vision Pro. Okay, now that is a big deal.
That's AR royalty right there. And Apple, they don't just pick anyone.
They're notoriously picky.
So for them to see something in Trace,
that's saying something. It's like getting Willy Wonka's golden ticket, but for AR.
Right, but okay, it's not just about the big names, right? What actually makes Trace different? What do they do? So we talked about how building AR, it's a huge undertaking, right?
Yeah, traditionally it's been crazy expensive, takes forever.
Months, we're talking, right? To develop something.
Yeah.
And the cost. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, easy.
At least. And Trace is saying, nah, we can do it way faster, way cheaper.
Okay. How much faster, how much cheaper are we talking? Exactly.
Well, they're claiming they can get those timelines down from months to a day or two.
Wait, seriously, a day or two to build what used to take months?
That's what they're saying. Yeah. And the cost. Think more like $1,000, not hundreds of thousands.
Okay, see, now that's got to be some next level tech wizardry going on there.
Right. And get this, they're not expecting you to be some kind of coding genius either.
So wait, even I could theoretically build an AR experience with this thing?
Theoretically, yeah. They're going for a super user-friendly approach, like drag and drop visual building blocks, that kind of thing.
Okay, that's wild. Brecon, you always tell me to be skeptical, right? What's the catch?
Healthy skepticism is always a good thing. And yeah, it's early days. Trace is still pretty new.
So how do we know this isn't just hype?
Well, for starters, this investment memo wouldn't exist if the people with the money didn't see something real. And also, they've already got some big names using their stuff.
Okay, like who? Give me names.
T-Mobile, for one.
Okay, that's one. Who else?
Blue Origin.
Wait, Blue Origin as in Jeff Bezos' space company, Blue Origin?
That Blue Origin. And even Qualcomm's on board.
Okay, so when companies that big are willing to take a chance, that means something, right?
It definitely means something, and it kind of ties into this whole Apple effect that the memo talks about.
Apple effect.
Right. Apple has this way of, like, taking something complicated, maybe even kind of geeky.
Right, like not very user-friendly at first.
Exactly. But then Apple gets a hold of it, and boom, suddenly everyone wants one.
Okay, yeah, like the iPod, right. It wasn't the first MP3
Or
player.
the iPhone. Not the first smartphone, but
But Apple made them like desirable,
yeah,
easy to use. Everyone and their grandma had one.
exactly. And now they're doing the same thing with augmented reality.
With the Vision Pro,
Yeah.
right? That fancy new headset.
Yep. And they're betting big on it. And Trace, well, they're along for the ride.
So, are we saying Trace is going to be the next Apple?
No, not exactly.
Yeah.
But remember what happened with the App Store.
Things got kind of crazy, right? Everyone wanted to build the next big app.
Exactly. Trace is trying to be that, but for AR. They want to be the platform everyone uses to build the next big thing in augmented reality.
That's a bold move. But let's be real for a second. All of this sounds really cool from a tech perspective, but what does it actually mean for, like, normal people?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, it's cool, all this tech stuff, but does it actually, like, matter to me?
Oh, it will. It totally will. I mean, think about the internet, right? Like back in the day, it was all kind of weird and new,
Yeah.
and now we can't live without it. AR is going to be the same way. It'll just seep into everything.
Seep is an interesting choice of words. But okay, I see what you mean, maybe. Think about shopping, right?
Yeah.
Imagine, instead of just seeing a picture of a product online, you can actually, like, plop it down in your living room, virtually, see to scale.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be pretty handy for like furniture shopping for sure.
Right. No more guessing if that couch is going to fit through the door, or learning to fix something. Imagine having, like, holographic instructions right there showing you exactly what to do.
Oh, man, that would make my life so much easier. I am not good with DIY.
See? It's going to change everything. Healthcare, education, even how we experience art. The lines between the real world and the digital world, they're just going to blur.
So it's not just about like convenience, it's bigger than that.
Way bigger. It's about how we understand and interact with, well, everything. And that's what makes companies like Trace so important. They're the ones giving us the tools to build this future.
So even if we're not like tech geniuses, this matters to us.
100%.
Yeah.
Because the more we understand this stuff, the more we can shape how it all unfolds.
Knowledge is power and all that.
Exactly.
Well, folks, I think that's about as good a place as any to wrap things up for today.
Yeah, I'd say so.
We've gone from like these high-flying investors and their memos to like the future of, well, everything, really. It's a lot to take in.
It is, but it's exciting stuff. AR is here to stay, and it's going to be fascinating to see where it goes next.
Absolutely. Who knows what we'll be talking about in our next deep dive. But until then, thanks for joining us as we explored the wild world of augmented reality.
See you next time.